ready. We're all ready. All right. Hey guys, welcome back once again to my channel. This video is the fourth video in a series that I put together to help teach people about cryptocurrencies and the future of money. This video is for educational purposes only, and I urge anyone who is interested in getting involved in cryptos to use this video as a starting point and then do your own research and decide if getting invested in cryptos is right for you. Alright, so, by the way, best cup ever. I got this at Whole Foods. It's like super light, BPA free, like compostable. It's a really great cup. Anyways, so in this video, I wanted to talk about what exactly it is that backs cryptocurrencies and gives them value, because a lot of times that is a concept that people struggle to kind of grasp and understand. So I wanted to make sure that I address that in the forefront of this series before I get too far ahead. So, what makes cryptocurrencies valuable? I keep hearing that Bitcoin is worth like thousands of dollars now and the price keeps rising. What makes it worth so much anyways? Well, let me put it to you this way. How much would it be worth to you to participate in a system of currency and exchange where there is no central authority? You never have to go to a bank or an ATM machine. There are no middlemen like PayPal to go through, no third parties. A system where you hold all of your money personally in a digital wallet and you make transactions directly from your wallet without needing a bank or third party or anything to execute the actual transaction. I'm talking like, okay, you want to order something off of Amazon, but instead of entering your bank account debit card information and making sure you have enough money in whatever account to make whatever purchase, instead you just send the amount of Litecoin that you owe for whatever you're trying to buy directly from your wallet to Amazon's Litecoin address, and then it's done. In this case, Amazon never gets access to your bank account information or your payment information, any of that. All they get is an anonymous payment that can be tracked directly on the blockchain and corresponds to whoever purchased what good that will then be, delivered. So that is essentially how it works. And that could, their home, of course, that could be considered quite valuable to some people. So if you saw my previous video about currency, then you've realized that currency actually gets its value from consensus. And if we follow that thought, we will come into contact with the idea that cryptocurrencies then would get their value from the recognized consensus that a decentralized algorithm-based currency, which cannot be centrally controlled or manipulated, is in and of itself, because it exists as a tool for the utilization and as an alternative to a system based in debt that has arrived just at the right time to usher in the greatest transfer of wealth in human history and will transform and streamline economic efficiency and effectiveness around the globe. Okay, are you untying my shirt? This is what I deal with. This is what I deal with. Trying to get a thought out, and the child comes back here and starts untying my clothes. Stop. Okay? I mean, not to be like, stop. I'm trying to record. Seriously, it's not funny. Not to be hardcore or anything, but seriously, like, that's the type of thing that we're talking about, alright? So Bitcoin, as an example, it represents an extremely valuable asset to the future of humanity as a whole. So Bitcoin's contribution to society itself is what makes it valuable, worth the dollar amount that you see when you log on to CoinMarketCap or wherever you're looking at the prices. So the value of each Bitcoin can then be equated to the freedom and the network effect that it represents, meaning the value realized by using a system built by the people for the people that allows for economic transparency and anonymousness and removes the opportunity for widespread economic corruption. So basically, like, what is that worth? That whole statement, that whole concept, what is it worth? The value is in the idea, and then the idea manifests. Yeah, you get it, right? Okay, so the value is in the idea, and the idea manifests, and what the idea represents to our future and to the potentials that come with it. Basically, the people have built the system from the ground up, and the world-changing benefits of using it on a global scale flush it with the value that can be perceived at this point in time as literally nearly infinite. There's almost no cap on the value that you can put on cryptocurrencies at this point because of the potential that they represent in so many unimaginable ways across the board. The future is so exciting. It's an awesome time to be alive. But that's why Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies have not even begun to achieve their true values yet. And that's another really exciting thing about cryptocurrencies. The more consensus forms around their perceived value potential, which is coming, the more the prices in terms of US dollars will continue to just perpetually skyrocket. I mean, there will always be, little dips and rises, but for the most part, it's going to go up a lot because of the value to society that it represents, okay? So the more consensus forms around the perceived value, the more the prices in terms of dollars will continue to rise until we reach a transitional point where dollars are just no longer a necessary component of our financial system anymore, and the infrastructure is fully in place to transition to an economic system based more fully in cryptocurrencies. So that's what's coming. Where the value of gold may have been based in its rarity and its beauty, the value of cryptos is based in trust and the idea and the concept and the fact that they're here to help and to change the world. So over time, I genuinely, truly believe that as cryptos become a more dominant part in our economic society, that the dollar and using the dollar will phase out altogether. So a lot of times when people are like, oh, how are you going to cash out your cryptos? When are you going to take your profits? Blah, blah. I'm a hodler. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not. I'll probably just leave them in there until I start spending them as what they are. I'm not even really concerned about changing them into dollars at any point. So if you can have an undeniable trust in the system, which is what the blockchain and cryptocurrencies represent, there's no need to worry about the personality on the other end of that, which is a lot of times the problems that we run into today, which are responsible for all the corruption and all the issues in our current system. If someone is trying to fraud the system of cryptocurrencies, they just simply won't be able to do it. The blockchain will just kick it back. The system does not allow it, and therefore the system protects you. That's what it means when it's called a trustless system. It means you don't have to place your trust in it because it's going to work. And trust in a digital world is extremely valuable and increasingly so. I have a singer. And increasingly so, as, like I said, consensus algorithms remove obstacles to financial freedoms in the form of mainly bad humans, which have plagued and held down humanity for many, many years. So when somebody asks you what backs cryptocurrencies, now you know the answer in a nutshell is that it comes down to the idea that it represents and the fact that we can trust the system. That is something rare and valuable in the world today that deserves a very high price point. So that's all for my video today. Tune in for my next video where I'm going to try and explain the infamous blockchain. Thank you guys. Have a great day. Say bye. Say bye.